Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're checking out a Neverness to Everness. They've got about a 4-minute trailer, like an announcement trailer that they've just released. This is going to be in their words, a supernatural open world RPG developed by Hotta Studio. Now, we'll talk a bit more on that in a sec, but this one, if you're wondering release date, there is no release date. It's in pre-registration. You can go to the website and pre-register. To do that, you come here, you hit this thing, and then it's got the pre-registration stuff there. But this one, I wouldn't be expecting a release until maybe, like, based on when they normally do announcement trailers for these things, I'm looking at a year and a half, 2 years, maybe more. So I'd say like end of 2025, maybe 2026 range is when we might see this. But once again, there is no confirmation on that. That is just my gut instinct based on when we get announcements of these games to when they actually release. A year and a half, 2 years, maybe even more. We'll have to wait and see. But this one is by Hotta Studios, like I said, which is the same maker of Tower of Fantasy. So I'm curious to see what they can do stepping away from an MMO and going into the action RPG. Me personally, we're getting flooded with just the standard open world RPGs at the moment, and I actually liked Tower of Fantasy for its MMO aspect, but it also brought a bunch of issues, and I don't know if MMO/gotcha game is the best combo, so I'm curious to see what they can do with this one. I feel like they could make a decent game, because at the end of the day, even if you didn't like Tower of Fantasy, I still think the general traversal and stuff like that in that game was quite enjoyable with the jetpack, with the jumping up walls. They did later introduce the wall running that Wuthering Waves has, which is obviously good, but I did find it satisfying jumping up walls using the jetpack. The grapple hook in that game was absolutely amazing. So they do have some really good core systems in a game to see how we go. They also had some just really fun characters for me. So we'll have to wait and see. So I'm curious to see what they do in an open world where you'll have less of the issues that you have with an MMO. So let's just take a look at the trailer and see what we've got. I haven't watched this yet, so let's take a look together. Do we have audio? Yes, we do.
The pay for this contract just doubled again. Whoa! The target should be nearby. Let's wrap this up.
Bit of Silver Surfer action.
Gotcha. Hey! Stop running! It's heading your way. Okay, tug it out. Step.
I don't want to say furry, because it's not furry, because she's like person with the catties and tail, and I know people who are always like, that's not a furry. Whatever it is, they've got the cat people in here. That's all I'm saying so far. Everyone's got a tail.
Beside. Kiramaru, it's feeding time. Oh, we gotta meet the rush speed quota for this thing.
This is cool. This is cool.
As long as nothing goes wrong.
Okay, there you go.
Something went wrong.
You do have some adults. That's good.
That thing. It's all yours. Got it.
Wait, what are we doing here? Oh, that's sick. I can dig it. I can dig it. Wait. This reminds me so much of the character. I can't remember her name from Dislight. She has a motorbike, and she has the one. I'm pretty sure she only has one wing. Like same. Oh, she's got two. Okay, but similar sort of vibe. Oh, what's the chick from Dislight? I can't remember her name.
You three better have a good explanation.
Actually, now that I think about it, the chick that was driving the car, she reminds me of Jade. Is that who she reminds me of? Yeah, I think so. Wait, that enemy looks sick. I love that. So I've been watching. I bought the box set of the first 5 seasons of Digimon, and I've been watching it with my son, and he's been absolutely loving it. We're into season 2. We've even started playing the TCG. But like, this gives me Digimon vibes. That character.
Don't forget the rush fee.
Thanks!
Meddle all you want. Count me out.
How about we work off some calories?
You don't care tomorrow!
Wait, that weapon's actually sick. It's like, it's the thing off Mario. What do you call them? The big chomper thing off Mario.
That! The city's mine!
Everything with form is unreal.
Wealth vibes? And I'm just saying it because these are the things I think of. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything like that. There's only so many character designs you can have, but I'm just like, I'm getting vibes.
Watch out, don't blink! Let's finish this.
And that thing reminds me of what's the commandment on Seven Deadly Sins? It's giving me those vibes. You guys know the one. I can't remember his name.
You can go now.
I do like the city effect for an open world. Just for like, if you can climb to the top of buildings and stuff. Like Spider-Man. That's all I used to do. Climb to the top of the buildings, try and get the best sling down. I think everyone did that in Spider-Man. Neverness to Everness. Dude, that is a NTE. At least it's got like a shortened version, because Neverness to Everness is a long thing to say. I think there's a little clip at the end here. Let's see. Okay, that's it. All right. So let's press play and I'll just mute it so it's in the background. I mean, I never judge too much heavily on these announcement trailers because it's so long until you get the game. We don't actually see any gameplay. But I mean, the world is kind of what you're trying to get a feel for. And I think this is an interesting one because the open world games we've had have, unless there's been one that I haven't seen, this whole city type, you know, more supernatural, futuristic city vibe. I don't know if you call it futuristic, just city vibe. I actually think it's a cool concept for one of these games. Now, obviously, any of the open world games could make a zone kind of like this where, you know, that's what you've got. But if it's open world like this with buildings, I mean, I guess Mugen was one that was showing it, but I don't know what's going on with Mugen either. But if it's one of those ones where the open world exploration is like meant to be such a big thing, and if they have these big buildings that give you just entertainment in doing that, because my problem with a lot of these open world games that, let's face it, they're always going to be, you know, lately PvE, no competition, no leaderboards, anything like that, which I know unpopular opinion from me is I like that kind of thing because it gives me, it feels like an endless end game when you're trying to compete with others, even though I play every game free to play. But with a lot of these PvE only games, it's, you lose, for me personally, once again, this is me, I lose the motivation to play them. And yes, the world's cool, but it's cool for a one-time playthrough. So I'm curious to see if something like this with the buildings, if they add some sort of like mechanics around slinging. I know it sounds stupid, but in Spider-Man, I could lose hours just to jumping off a building and slinging. I think this is a pretty cool opportunity to have a different play on the open world game, because a lot of the ones we have, you know, Genshin, we've got Wuthering Waves now, you know, they have that more, I don't even know what vibe I'm trying to say, that fantasy vibe where it's, not modern vibe. Dude, I can't even describe what I'm trying to say, but you guys know what I mean. You're more mountains, hills, and shit like that, without like the big cities. So I think the city vibe's cool. Keen to see what they do, but just thought I'd let you guys know about this one. I'll leave a link to their Twitter, the website, and the video in the description so you guys can check it out and see what you think. But once again, I wouldn't be expecting this anytime super soon. I'm tipping a couple of years before we actually see this one. Maybe a little bit less before we see a beta, but you know, a couple of years is my thoughts. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.